Thank you for joining Lyrical Opera Theater today for a behind-the-scenes interview with Felicia Lundie. Felicia, welcome to our show.
Hello, thank you so much for having me.
Thank you. Felicia is singing the role of Alice in our upcoming Falstaff, which is in September. We open on September 13th, and then we have the 17th, 19th, and 21st at the Mid-Valley Performing Arts Center. All right, Felicia, what processes do you go through when you're preparing a role?
Well, I grab my score and I immediately start translating all of that Italian, and I look at each individual word and try to figure out what each word means. And then I input the International Phonetic Alphabet to help with pronunciation.
Cool.
I also read the source material. So definitely, you go back and you look at where did these characters come from, and Merry Wives of Windsor, Shakespeare, all of that. You go back and read through all of that. I definitely do a lot of listening and watching some of the greats who have done it, because that helps inform my character. Figure out what kind of person is Alice, what world does she live in, what are her friendships like, what are her quirks that she might have. And so there's an awful lot that goes into the background that people don't see when you step out on stage.
True, absolutely true. Cool. All right. What was your first experience with musical performance, whether that be voice or another instrument?
Well, I was in first grade, and I had the most amazing music teacher. And we put on a production of The Elephant's Child. And I was the Colo Bird, or Colo Colo, depending on who you want to. And my mom was always incredibly supportive of me, and she made me this little costume. I have this most ridiculous picture of me in my little costume, and I waddled to the front and I sang a little song, and then I waddled back to my little perch behind a bush, and from there I did little random things, little talent shows at school. One year I sang Annie, and when I went to audition, I had never done it with accompaniment before. And I was so upset that I messed it up. I begged my mom, cried, please let me go back and audition again. And she begrudgingly but very lovingly took me back the next day. And the teachers and judges thought, what in the world are you doing here? And they were very kind, and they let me sing, the talent show. So
that was your foray into the arts on stage.
And also the pressure that I put on myself to do things correctly.
Yep. Excellent.
Yes. Yeah. So
auditions are terrifying, though.
Oh, whether you're 6 or much older.
Yeah, they're terrifying regardless.
They are.
All right. When and how did you become interested in opera?
Well, my undergraduate, I did my work at NAU in Flagstaff. And I actually wanted to become a music teacher, a choir director, because I had such amazing directors growing up my whole life in school. And you had to audition, because regardless, you had to take voice lessons. And one of the teachers there, after my initial audition, he pulled me aside and he said, I'm sure you would be a wonderful choral director, but you are a performer.
Wow.
And the first 2 years are the same. Yeah, I was blown away. I never thought about it for real that way. And he said the first 2 years are the same. We can absolutely change your major back after the first 2 years if you still want to pursue the choral directing avenue. And I never changed. I loved it so much. And here I am. I went on and got my master's and sing as much as I can when I'm able.
And we are so grateful that you did that and that you're going to sing with us.
I'm excited.
Yeah, me too. All right. What are the most challenging aspects of singing and performing opera?
One, to let people know it's not boring. I think people have a picture in their head of, the big lady with the horns, and that's all it is. It's very boring. It is not. We are telling some fantastic stories. Falstaff is hysterically funny. Part of my problems is you do all this background, you figure out your character, you figure out the words, but then you get on stage And you have to let all of that go. You have to say, now I'm the character. What decisions is she making in this moment? And you have to have all of that background stuff inform your performance, but you can't hang on to it like a vice or you'll just be a robot. And
Yeah,
that's
you'll
a
be a robot.
really, really hard thing to do.
Which is why I feel like your performances are always so fresh and interesting. Sounds like you've got a really good basis for that.
Thank you so much. I really love it and I love being a different character. I think it's so much fun.
That's fun.
Yeah.
Okay, what is your dream role if you could pick any opera and any role?
If I could pick any role, if I could be a baritone, I would be Scorpio. I would be
You'd be
Scorpio.
Scorpio.
He is the best evil character ever written.
True.
He is pure evil and he gets to be evil. It's
I
fabulous.
did not expect you to say baritone
Yeah.
role.
Yeah, if it were my real voice type, I would probably either say a Turandot or a Desdemona.
Oh,
Both of those would be
excellent.
incredibly challenging and very rewarding.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's cool. I love the Scarpia answer though. That's funny.
Just so naughty.
It's so naughty. Okay, Felicia, do you have anything else you want to add right now?
I am incredibly excited to get to visit this character again and work with new cast and people at the wonderful Lyrical Opera Theater. And I can't wait. Please come and join us.
Yes, please do. Again, we're performing Falstaff, and that's on September 13th, 17th, 19th, and 21st at the Mid-Valley Performing Arts Center right in Taylorsville. And if you need more information, you can visit our website, which is lyricaloperatheater.com. That's lyricaloperatheater.com. Felicia, thank you so much for joining us today. And to our audience,
Thank
have
you.
a wonderful day, and hopefully we'll see you at Falstaff.
See you at the opera. Thanks.